Yo, what's going on? Thank you for joining another episode of the Rich Buddy Live Show. Give me a second here. I was grabbing something right when I started channel. And what's going on? Is Crappy Luxury still alive, or did he blow his brains out? Okay. We'll go for this one. What the hell? Welcome. What's everybody doing this morning? Man, I got to tell you, I'm a little shaken up right now myself at 6:30 a.m. I went to go get myself a donut at the corner, and some chump started hassling me for being parked in the handicap spot and not having my placard display. You believe that shit? I got to tell you something. There's times I can feel like Superman, so people do not want to fuck with me, put it that way. Let's just say that I let the guy walk away with his dignity and his face. So sometimes I have to exercise a considerable amount of restraint because I don't want to hurt myself hurting somebody else. So anyway, trying to calm down from that little interaction right now. Who the fuck tries to start a fight the first thing in the morning at 6:30 in the morning? You know what I mean? Like, what kind of tone does that set for yourself for the whole rest of the day? You know? What a chump. I only put my handicap placard up when I know I'm going to be in an establishment for more than a few minutes. You know what I mean? I don't need to put it up at 6 in the morning in an empty donut shop parking lot. So, pardon moi, I'm rolling a cigarette. We'll wait and see if some more viewers pop in. I don't believe Crappy last night when he says he bought that Louis Vuitton bag and he had to buy it. I was just entertaining him in the chat, but there's no way he bought that bag. Just because he's sensible enough he would never pull the trigger on something like that. You know, it's just, he has the common sense not to, you know, that's all. But it made for an interesting topic of discussion. So I think that's pretty much where he went with that. All right. Welcome to the Rich Buddy Live Show. brought to you by disc degeneration, disease, and facet spondylitis. We wouldn't be here without them. Thank you. So let's check it out. We're going to take a look at FP Journe for a little bit. Let's take a look. Let's take a look. What do we got for Journe? Watch Recon. If Watch Recon has any Journes on there, let's take a look at Watch Recon. Give me a second here. I'm gonna pull up. You know how we are here. We get a slow start and then we get rolling. Let's check out Watch Recon. See if we can't find any FP Journe on here. I don't believe I've ever looked for FP Journe on here. Well, they have it in the drop down, so that's a good sign. Wow, look at the Elegante. I'll guarantee you had no clue that it went to $50,000. Whoa. I mean, I don't know how realistic that is. There's two up there for close to 50,000. I mean, that doubled and then doubled? That's crazy. So as far as FP Journe on Watch Recon, it doesn't look like Watch Recon is somewhere that people really list them. Privately, anyway. Let's try that real crappy company called Chrono 24. Chrono 24. The shysters that can't handle criticism. Let's see here. Look how high the prices are on these things. Wow, the Elegante's $50,000. That's crazy. You know, that's like the Elegante here, this quartz watch. This is, I believe it's like a $17,000 watch for retail. 16 or 17,000. It's the least expensive watch you can buy in the FP Journe catalog. But what's funny is when I went in and bought my when I went in to buy the Havana 2 years ago, a year and a half ago now, that's one of the watches he said not to ask for. He said, as long as you're here not looking for an Elegante or a what was that one called? I forgot, but there were two watches he told me not to ask for, and that was one of them. Do you know, it's interesting, but I hardly see any Havanas for sale. Look at that. There's my watch. There you go. That's the highest I've ever seen it ticketed for right there. 99,000. Wow. Thank you, Jesus. Shalom. Salam alaikum. All of the above. Merci, Mr. Francois Paul Journe. 100 G's for that watch. Wow. There it is. I got to be honest. I got to sit here and kind of absorb this moment right here because I didn't think it was going to pull up for 100 G's. Usually I don't locate the exact watch. Usually it's got the date or it's in a different metal. But here we are. Here's one in the flesh. Look at that. Let's soak that in. I'm going to soak that in for a moment here, boys. 99,000. I'm looking at spending 36,000 plus tax. That'll be about a $40,000 ticket price out the door. What do you guys think about that? Is that sick? 40,000 out the door, $90,000, $99,000 market value. What do you think about that? Hey, what's up, John Smith? Who's John Smith? I don't like that name, John Smith, dude. You want to ask a question, super chat it. So there it is. Oh, what happened to the picture? There it is. It keeps disappearing on me. Crap. Let me refresh it. Here we go. Okay, let me pop through these photos again. You know, you may think the watch is beautiful or it may not be your thing, but one thing I can tell you for certain is that the pictures do it no justice. This watch will check so many boxes. Platinum precious metal case. I don't have a platinum watch. You know, I love that it doesn't have a date. I always wear my Hulk, like I'm wearing my Hulk right now, but I don't adjust the date on it. You know, if you're not using the date, what's the point in adjusting it? And I don't mess with that complication. You know, when they first ordered me the watch, it didn't seem, I mean, they told me it was going to be about a year, but it's been about a year and a half now. So what that tells me is that overall, that might be an indication that the supply demand is just, it's tight on these things, on this particular model. I know that when I went and ordered it, believe it or not, it wasn't going for 99,000 in the secondary market. It was going for $4,000 below. It was going for 36,000. That's what this was listing for here when you looked it up, which was about $4,000 below if you had walked out paying 36 plus the tax. So when I ordered it, you know, for instance, I had a discussion with my wife about it, and I told her, I said, you know, this watch here, just so you know, as we're driving down there, I told her that I'll be paying 40,000 for the watch in the current climate. The watch is worth 36. I said, you know, if I was to wear that watch for 5-10 years and need to sell it at a cost of $5,000 out of my pocket, I go, that's worth wearing it. That would have been worth wearing it for me. So no big deal. So I'm fine with going and buying the watch. As a matter of fact, if God forbid I gotta sell all my watches in a fire sale, the FP Journe would be the last. The FP Journe and the Patek would be my last two watches to sell anyway. So I suppose I'd have to be in a pretty desperate situation to get rid of the top tier watches once I acquire them. So I don't see that happening. Anyway, you know, I did not expect it to go up from where I was purchasing it. I honestly thought it was a low flyer. I thought it was a watch that people are fond of, but not so fond of that they're chasing it. And I still think that. I still think that as well. I don't think it's something that people go chase. But maybe I'm being slowly proven wrong, or it's slowly, the market is changing on this watch. You know what I mean? Because at the time I bought it, there were at least a dozen of them at the same time or more on the market. You could have picked one up, you know, but I want to buy mine straight from the boutique. Be on the records with them, since I do have the Chronometra Blue coming my way from them as well. You know, so I'm going to have two watches identical like this at some point. I'm going to have this one here with the Havana chocolate brown dial, and then I'm going to have another one, spitting image of this watch, but it's going to be in tantalum case and the Chronometra Blue dial, which that'll be fun to have two identical watches, but just different dial colors in cases. That will be stunning to have in my watch box, to be quite honest. And I'll tell you, when I get the Chronometra Blue, I don't know what strap choices I'll be allotted, or it's just going to come with a particular strap. I do know that I want the lime green colored strap. Have you ever seen the Chronometra Blue in the lime green colored strap, Thomas? You ever seen that, Thomas? The Chronometra Blue in the lime green strap. Let me see if I could pull it up. I think it usually comes up when you search for it. Chronometra Blue. Let me see here. It's absolutely stunning on a lime green strap. If we can locate it now. If we can locate it. The orange is kind of crazy too, but the lime green is just out of sight. Find it. Did you guys what I haven't picked anything up. I'm waiting list rich, so 2 watches on the wait list for me right now at present. What about you guys? Have you guys picked anything up? Anything in the last 12 months? What have you gotten? Inquiring minds would like to know. Maybe I could put Chronometra Blue line strap in my search. One came up, sort of. You know where I've seen it is on Instagram. Yeah, I just don't see it. So anyway, yeah, it's a bright lime green. And the strap is a Journe strap too, if I'm not mistaken. So, and what I do think is interesting is that if I have both of these watches, the Havana and the blue, it would be worth it to buy a second buckle and strap set from Journe, because I could interchange it between the 2 watches. You got your Omega. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, that's the one you're wearing right now. Yeah, I like that watch. Man, I'm really I've really gotten to be a big fan of Omega. I mean, I always have been. The most money I ever spent on a watch was on that Omega Constellation at the time. That was one of my first watches, right? Yeah, it was. It was in my first slot. So I really have always been a fan of Omega, even more so. Early 60s Chronomaster Aviator Sea Diver. Nice. I'm trying to think who would make a Chronomaster Aviator Sea Diver. Is that an Omega watch? I bet you it's got some orange hands on it, huh? Yeah. So isn't it crazy, Thomas? The ridiculous amount these watches are going for now, and it's really interesting because, it's really. So the watches that have come down are the ones that are in the most volume. So the ones that went up a lot were Rolex and Rolex, and it's the largest volume of watch out there, and so it's natural for it to come down 20% when the tide shifts. But isn't it interesting that the FP Journe brand did not go down when the tide shifted? Rather, it went up more. That's what I'm seeing now, for sure. And I think that might have to do more with what happened, uh, more specifically, rather than a systemic market change. This is a non-systemic market change, whereas Rolex is a systemic market change. FP Journe went up because of of uh, of private business practices. They went to boutique only and stopped outsourcing to authorized dealers. So, and I don't know what, you know, I don't know why they did that. I don't know why they did that. I think the reason why they did that, I'm gonna take a, sh- a dart shot at it, which I think is a pretty good opinion, to say that they stopped funneling to ADs because they simply don't have enough watches to go around, and they only have enough watches for their own boutiques and any planned boutiques that they're planning on opening. For instance, as of now, it's been a year and a half for me to get my Havana to me. So now that they don't take orders from authorized dealers and have to get hassled and barraged by authorized dealers calling and saying, "Hey, my $1 million client's waiting for his Havana. I should get it before Rich Buddy," and then they give it to him. That maybe now that's not an issue. Uh, that it's gone boutique only, right? So, um, although FP Journe has always assured me that your watch is made for you to order in the line, in the order that you came to them. They don't prioritize people's orders, and I believe them when they've told me that. They've reiterated that to me many times. But nonetheless, it's still a fact of the matter that when they don't have to give watches to authorized dealers like Watchbox, for instance, they don't have to commit to any of those places. Of course, it's going to mean that watches come in quicker to the individual boutiques. So, regardless of what they say, it has to have some kind of an impact. Hey, what's up, Spartan? What's going on, buddy? How are you? I like your Instagram posts, Detroit. I'm glad to see you're able to be out on the golf. What do they call it? What do they call it? The golf what? They didn't call it no golf field. What is it? I don't go golfing. The golf lawn? Yeah, I'm still waiting on it, Detroit. But you know what? I'm in a good spot right now. I'm kind of happy it's taken this long. But uh, what I did was I since it was taking so long, I took that money that I had allocated for the watch. I took it and I got it thrown in Tesla right now, all of it. So what I've been doing, and I don't want to, I bought Tesla at like 750, and it's like what, 900 right now. So I don't want to sell the Tesla. So I'm gonna so what I've been doing, and it's tough for me, bro, because my income, I really don't have much of an income. I really don't have an income really anymore. So it's kind of tough for me, but I'm trying to save those funds for the Journe Havana on the side, completely all over again from fresh, like I didn't have the money before. And I'm almost halfway there. I'm almost halfway there, Detroit. I've been saving since the beginning of the year, and I'm about halfway there right now. So, to be honest, I don't want them to call me. You know when would be a good time for them to call me and tell me to come pick up the watch? Probably like February of next year. You know, I mean, I really want some market conditions to change, and I'd really love for Tesla to go up, 30-40% between here and February, and then it'll feel lovely pulling the trigger on this watch, wouldn't it? So, you know what, man? I'm a hustler. When you're in a position like me, you've got to hustle now. It's not as easy as just going into work. You know, it's not that easy anymore. I've tried to reboot, and I was unsuccessful. I tried to reboot my work career at the beginning of the year, and it went well for 2 months. It really went well for 2 months. But once I quit taking the steroids, it went all downhill from there pretty bad. And you can't take steroids every day. You'll destroy your liver. So it's one of those things, man. I've got no surgical options. So it's a tough pill to swallow. But the Journe is going to be mine, baby. Man, it's going to be rocking with my new Merc, that platinum dial with the new Merc. I don't think the Havana dial really comes off too well with the Merc colors, but whatever, man. I ain't a woman trying to match curtains with the sofa, I mean, if I had a choice, Detroit, you know what my ultimate banger watch would be? I'll give you an idea. It would be one of these, watch. If they got one up here for sale. Man, look at this. Hold on a second. Let's sidetrack here. Look at that. Whoa, I'm a little taken back now. I'm confused. Somebody help me out. Are you telling me something is going on that I don't know about with my Havana? Are they discontinuing it? What's the inside word that I'm not hearing? Because how the F is my Havana that was going for $4,000 below sales tax retail? How is it at par with the Chronometra Blue? How is that even possible? What's going on? Detroit, you got any thoughts on that? How? This watch has been at $100,000 for several years. As a matter of fact, it might have gone up to like 110, 115, and it's been at 98, 99, pretty much floor forever. But that Havana never even came close to touching this. As a matter of fact, there were Havana platinum cases, but it was only the 30, I think is a 38 millimeter, which they don't make anymore. It's a discontinued case size, which was going for more money. But now the basic Havana is going for, I don't know what the explanation would be for that, other than the simple supply demand. And check this out. Look at how many views in 48 hours. It's hot. It's hot. You know, it's funny. The clock's ticking on this watch here, and God bless FP Journe, and every step he takes in the right direction. I don't want the guy to, fall off a curb or get hit by a car, or I don't want him to eat the wrong foods. I want him to take his cholesterol medicine. This guy needs to be alive. You know what I'm saying? Because God forbid, if anything happens to that gentleman, I won't get my watch. I won't be getting my watch. I'm sure there will be a dramatic impact on production or on the company if something were to happen. Somebody will have to buy it. Everything will start getting outsourced, insourced, resourced. The Havana has gotten crazy popular, but I know what you're saying. Yeah, it's weird, isn't it? It is weird. That's cool, man. Detroit, I'm glad you must be doing a lot better. I see those pictures and I feel glad for you, man. That's awesome. Hype watches are falling. Chronometer Blue taking a dip. I mean, it's not though. Orange Hand. It's been, every time I check it, it's always at 99,000. I think it was back in the day, the original hype of the Chronometer Blue is when it kind of went up to like 110, around there. But it's held its ground. It's held its ground. You prefer the Havana? Yeah. Those could very well be, as of now, those are planned to probably be my very last watches, Thomas. Things ain't like they used to be, so I can't imagine. I'll still have to figure out how to come up with the money for those for the Chronometer Blue when it comes time. But I'll tell you what, that's going to be an exciting ass day when the Chronometer Blue comes to town. I mean, it could happen any day. They could call me today, man. I mean, that's just the way it's going to happen. They can call me any day. Oh, if you can just bear with me 1 second. I think my kid's birthday toy is at the front door. Hold on. No, package for the wife. All right. So yeah. You know what? I'm going to make an assumption on that Havana. My assumption is if you go to order one, maybe they won't take your order. Maybe they're so backed up on them that they're not accepting new orders on that Havana right now. Or if you go there and ask for one, they're going to tell you that the wait list is that there's a long wait list for it now at this point. Maybe that's what's driven the price up. Yeah, Detroit's got a nice watch box, that's for sure. Nice watch box, man. What's up, Rizzo? How you doing, Rizzo? Oh, let's go back on here and see some of the other Journe pricing here. I mean, they're strong. They're strong. I mean, you can see that. FP Journe is an expensive watch. There's no denying that. It's just crazy. Wild. Wow, there's more than a couple Havanas up here. There's one for 99,000. There's one here on the left for 95,000. And those are both in the US. That's very promising. That Dubai edition in the middle there with the green dial, that's stunning. There's a Chronometra Blue for 88,000 right here used. Man, can you believe that the quartz watch is at 50 grand, 45, 50 grand? That's nuts. There's a Chronometra Blue for 120. See, they're asking too much. They're still dreaming. That's amazing. These are faring well. So let's see. I'll tell you something. It's too bad I didn't get turned on to the Journe brand, 3 years sooner. 3 years sooner, I could have seen myself if I was into the Journe brand 3 years sooner, because once I got into the Journe brand, it's taken time for me to decide to get one, figure out to pay for one, and then order one, and I still don't have it yet. But if it was like 3 years sooner from when I first ordered my my Chronometra Blue, which is about four years ago now. So let's say I came into Journe 7 years ago instead of 4 years ago, because I ordered my first Journe, which was the Chronometra Blue, 4.5 years ago. But if it was 7 years ago and I got into the damn thing, there's no doubt I would have picked up one of those brass movement, one of the brass movement watches, you know what I'm saying, which are worth the price of a house now. Wait, why does this one say 275,000 for this? I almost bought this watch here at the boutique instead of the Havana, but it wasn't 275,000. They wanted like 86,000 for this watch. For this watch here that says 275. I don't know why this is 275. That's definitely not right. Whoa, look at that. There's another Havana simple dial for 112. You see, something went on. Something happened. And my opinion about getting the simple dial version without all the extra complications was the right choice. I mean, forget about I preferred it because I liked it better, it looked better to me, and all the reasons why I did it. If you're looking at it financial wise, money wise, I I knocked the ball out of the park, because the complicated pieces, they're worth more, but not as much. They didn't appreciate even half as much as this simple time version appreciated. Look at that. You see, this is what I mean. For the Havana to be at par pricing with the mother of pearl version, that's mind-blowing to me. Let alone on par with the Chronometra Blue, it's on par with the mother of pearl as well. That is mind-blowing to me, because anybody who's a fan of Journe will hands up and down tell you and know that the mother of pearl version was always $100,000. It just, how did it get to this price? I don't know. I'm literally kind of freaking out right now, because we were just looking at these again like a month ago, and this wasn't the case. Oh, there's the strap that I like. I think that's the strap, but it really looks dark and gray here, but I think that's the lime green strap right here. Oh, there it is. Look at the strap. Look at this strap. So this strap right here on the blue watch is stunning. It's stunning, this strap. Look, I know this watch isn't this watch incredibly beautiful? If my Havana or my Chronometra Blue ever pop up to be worth 200 grand, I'll trade it for the Dubai edition, without a doubt. The Dubai edition is just crazy, insane, beautiful. But the strap, this strap right here on the Chronometra Blue is just fire walking. That's the one that you want. This one right here that we just looked at. Is that the one? This Dubai one? Yeah, I think that's the one, because the time you wrote that, I think that was around the same time, right? Yeah, isn't this crazy? 200 G's for this one. Like I told my wife, I said, if I die, just know that if I have the Chronometra Blue and even possibly the Havana now, likewise with this Dubai edition, these are auction pieces. These are auction house pieces. Don't have any doubt about that. That one day you will be able to take a Chronometra Blue to auction, and that son of a bitch is gonna hammer at $500,000. Trust me, I have no doubt in my mind. Once FP Journe, God bless him, has come and gone, and we're all quite a bit older, and inflation's taken its drastic. Inflation's has its doings for another 20 years. Trust me, these kind of pieces right here, they'll hammer at $500,000. I'm certain of that. My two boys are each going to be able to fund a home purchase with the sale of the Havana and the sale of the Chronometra Blue one day in 20 years when they need to buy a house. Wouldn't you think? Man, this Detroit, man, this is the thing of beauty right here, Thomas. This is the thing of beauty right here, man. Unreal. That's the other watch he told me not to ask for. The Resonance. Don't ask for the Resonance. Don't ask for the Elegante. I will never be able to get you those two watches. $500,000, baby. How do you like that, huh? How do you like them apples? Chronometer Blue in France, 111,000. Full kit caboodle. Oh, so look at, I've never seen a FP Journe card before. So that's what it looks like. Probably has a microchip in it. There's the service card. Ah, look at there. There it is. Look at that. Look at that strap. How beautiful that is. The strap is stunning. I want that strap on my Chronometer Blue so bad once I get it. You know, that strap would actually really look good on the Havana too. Absolutely, it would. When it comes to green watches, this is the ultimate. I don't think there's any better green watch in the world of watches than this one. This one followed by the Rolex Hulk. Let's see. So there's quite a few Journes on the market here on Chronometer Blue. You know what's brought them to market is the price, the pricing. Look at that. There's another Havana in Switzerland for 98,000. You know, I'm excited to see that there's more than two, more than three, more than four listed at that price. That's just a good confidence builder, without a doubt. Huh. Let's see, one more place I want to check, and that would be my pals at European Watch Co. You didn't think I was going to end the stream without visiting their site, right? We'll take a quick peek and then we'll end the stream. Let's see what they got here. $96,000 for a blue. How about the now see, here is a rose gold silver dial of the version watch that I'm getting. Okay. So mine, the platinum case that I paid for is $36,000. Mind you, this was 2 years ago. I don't know if there's been any price adjustments, but 2 years ago, it's 36,500. But the red gold was less expensive. I want to say it was about 30. I think the platinum case was $6,000 more. So this watch would retail for about 30,000, and here it is going for more than double, or about double. And then you got the Havana going for triple. And there's the mother of pearl. See, here's 103,000. That's probably the same one we saw on Watch Recon or Chrono 24, wherever that was. It was probably their watch right here. This one's pretty stunning. I'm not going to lie. This is an amazing. This one's absolutely stunning. That's a beautiful watch. That's mother of pearl, mind you. I don't think if you, even though I've said it half a dozen times, come to realize that and look at that dial now. That's mother of pearl. Absolutely stunning. These pictures here show, you can see the mother of pearl. I'm sure they go to great lengths to pick the right slice of mother of pearl to use here. Let's see. Grid. Wow, they don't have that many. That's all they got. Well, that's interesting, you know. Okay, so I'm going to be ending the stream here, but yeah, the FP Journe market looks very favorable. Yeah, isn't it beautiful, Thomas? The FP Journe market looks very favorable, very exciting, very promising to collectors, and yeah, I do like that one. I like it a lot. Big money, baby, big money for that. Yeah, they're great, aren't they? You see that, Ivanka? Look it. See, I bring people to you. I bought 3 watches from them within a 13-month period. I bought a Daytona, a Patek, and a Rolex President, all in a 13-month window. That's when I went crazy, man. I bought like 6 or 7 watches in a year. That's when Rich Buddy went crazy, you know? You know, it was before things really went south for me, and it was a good money year that year, and I was able to pick up half a dozen watches, man. Crazy. But nonetheless, we'll still party once in a while. All right. You know, we might not drink Heinekens as often as we might drink Lucky Lagers now, but I don't even drink at all. But all right, peace out. Nice talking to you guys. Be beautiful. Have a nice Have a nice weekend. It's Friday. That's right. Have a nice weekend. Adios.